we're gonna have a new planet for our species, and we're gonna be multiplanetary, and then we'll have space tourism, and we'll start visiting our parents, grandparents, and family on other planets, and it's gonna become a regular thing. Like, you're gonna go to Mars for like 2 years, and then come back when it aligns again with Earth.
Yeah.
Sounds very interesting. Would you go on a trip like that?
Oh yeah, a heartbeat. Drop of a hat. I'd be very happy to go. I don't know if I would clear the medical requirements, but here's hoping. But yeah, I mean, it's already becoming a reality. Like I was saying there, the private spaceflight revolution has started. The first sort of note, I mean, there have been a few billionaires paying hundreds of millions to go to the space station and stuff. That's happened, I think, maybe 3 times in the last 20 years. And that's cool and all, but they have been very isolated things. But over the last 12 months, SpaceX has flown its first crewed missions. They've sent 2 crews to the space station. And they are offering such value at this point that a lot of new applications have come forward. There was a more sort of classical case of a billionaire paying hundreds of millions of dollars to set up a flight with them back in 2018. It kind of solidified in 2018, but it had been talked about since 2016. And that's the hashtag Dear Moon project. If you search that hashtag, you'll find some details on it. This is a Japanese guy named Yusaku Miyazawa. And he's I think he was the CEO of a fashion company. I don't know if he's directly a fashion designer himself, but he's also an art collector and just kind of a interesting, cool, eccentric kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And he put a lot of money into the Starship development program at SpaceX to buy a flight around the moon for himself. And his intention was to invite 8 artists or creative types with him. And that has been solidified a bit more over the last couple of years now to 8 people who will be invited and 4 crew members. So there'll be 12 people on this mission. They'll do a low orbit around the far side of the moon, or as far as I can't remember the exact orbital dynamics, but they will get within 150 kilometers of the surface of the moon at the lowest point of the orbit. But they will also swing out further past the moon than any human has ever gone before. Mm-hmm. So they will be setting a new record for human spaceflight.
Nice.
And it'll be a crew of artists and photographers and filmmakers. And Mizawa was going around inviting people. And if you do search that hashtag, in my opinion, the invitations were delivered in a super awkward way. I think more so than can be accounted for just by lost in translation issues, because he doesn't speak very good English, but like just really strange. So I don't think he was getting a lot of positive response from that approach. So he's put out an appeal in the last few months for people to make applications. And recently there was a short list was published, and it's pretty cool because like some of the commentators who've sprung up around SpaceX's activities in Texas at the Starship build site are actually on the short list. So some of these members of the community, so to speak, will potentially end up going into space and flying around the moon on a Starship. That's just mind-blowing to me.
Super cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine you're an artist sitting somewhere drawing pictures and being like, oh, what am I gonna do with my life? And then you're like, hey, you're invited to go on what?
Yeah.
On the moon? Like the moon? Like, that one. Yeah. All right. Sure.
One of the invitations that he issued was after that film First Man about Neil Armstrong came out. He was sitting down with the director Damien Chazelle and the star Ryan Gosling, and he like awkwardly half asked them if they would like to go, and they didn't know how to respond. It's really super awkward. But anyway, that's just one, and that is, as I say, slightly more in the vein of what has come before, and that it's a super rich guy buying a mission that's kind of a one-off.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see the full version, go to the Uncle Gold Podcast YouTube channel or watch the next clip.
she's a